Alright, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy Countdown. Only 18 days left prior to your Let's September 2023. And just a while ago, I have asked you to use an emoji to show how you feel. And some of you may pa-heart, others are smiling, others are crying, others are scared. So iba't iba na po yung ating mga emosyon, yung ating mga reaksyon, yung ating mga nararamdaman ngayong palapit na ng palapit yung inyong napakalaking battle this year, which of course is your licensure examination for teachers. And of course, sa mga members din ng ating Gurong Pinoy, especially Team Skinner members, I'm pretty sure na medyo relaxed na, medyo handang-handa na, no? If not 100%, papunta na dun sa 100% na paghahanda because of course, we are still gearing up towards your LET and we are doing all our best, no? Para po kayo matulungan para maipasa, hindi lamang maipasa, kundi matap pa po yung inyong licensure examination for teachers. And of course, dire-diretso yung ating pagre-review. And so tonight is still part of our effort to make you pass the LET, no? So again, 18 days na lamang po, wala nang matutulog, no? Of course, matutulog tayo, kakain tayo, bawal po tayong himatayin, bawal tayong magkasakit, bawal tayong mamatay. But of course, when I say walang matutulog, wala na pong magsasayang ng oras kasi malapit na po yung inyong exam, no? So sana po handa na ang lahat and sana po nasa right mindset na, no, yung lahat ng ating mga kaguro para po sa pagtitake ng ating licensure exam for teachers. Okay, so today's schedule, of course, is final coaching day 8. This is still part of your professional education. Bukas po, your final coaching day 9. Then, of course, on Friday, we are going to have the first classified file drills. Of course, this is all exclusive for Team Skinner. Makakasama po natin si Coach Toto. And of course, alam nyo na, no, since Coach Toto po yan, number 1 sa March SPLE 2023 na licensure exam for teachers. Of course, alam nyo na kung ano po yung inyong pag-uusapan. That would be mathematics, no, yung inyong pong paborito. And of course, we still have the last weekend for your pre-board discussion sa inyong pong majorship. And the weekend after that po, magkakaroon na tayo ng classified files and fast drills din for your majorship. So again, sa mga hahabol pa po, welcome pa rin po kayong humabol. But then again, for those of you who will be taking the LET naman in March of next year, of course, we have our newest group, no, and that will be Team Pavlov. So habol po kayo, just send a message through this Facebook page. Okay, so again, good evening po sa inyong lahat. And of course, please do like, love, and share our video. Napaka-importante po that you are sharing our video so that we can reach out to more people at makapag-join din po sa atin yung mga team free natin, yung mga nanonood ng ating free dito po sa ating Facebook page and of course, dyan po sa ating YouTube channel. Good evening, good evening, good evening, Sir J.R. De Vera. Good evening po. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Again, tonight is final coaching day 8. And of course, if you end up top 3 sa ating Let's September 2023, you will be receiving 100,000 pesos from Gurong Pinoy. Top 2 would be receiving 200,000 pesos. And of course, top 1 would be receiving 300,000 pesos. That is, if you are a premium member, if you have a majorship, or basic member ka, kapag ka ikaw naman po ay BE Ed graduate, no? So dapat full-fledged member ng Team Skinner, no, para po makakuha, of course, ng ating mga monetary prizes that you can see in your screen right now. And of course, sana po ganahan tayo, no. Meron na akong mga nararamdamang magtatap. Of course, palagi pong may nagtatap dito, no. We had 15 top-notchers in the previous LET. Of course, kasama na doon yung ating top 1 sa BEd. And of course, nandyan din si Coach Toto, of course, na top 1 sa ating SPLE. And so, for this coming September, I'm pretty sure, andyan na naman, no, marami na naman tayong top-notchers. Sino kaya yung makakakuha ng 300,000 pesos? No? Sana magkaroon tayo ng balato. No? Sana magpabalato yung ating pong makakakuha ng 300,000 pesos or 200,000 pesos or 100,000 pesos. So sana po ganado na tayong lahat. Again, paki-share po ng ating video. And of course, start a watch party. Maraming salamat for those who are tagging your friends. Magpapaskong may lisensya at sana po magpapaskong merong 300,000 pesos, 200,000 pesos, or 100,000 pesos. Ma'am Eliza Faye Cruz, I miss you po, Coach, no? Sabi ni Ma'am Eliza, isa na sa ating mga LPTs. Maraming salamat po and of course, good evening. All right, so again, final coaching day 8. Team Skinner, if you are ready, of course, let us all start with our opening prayer muna para po tayo ganahan. And of course, tayo po ay guided no, by the Holy Spirit as we go through the different items that are part of your final coaching day 8. All right? So let us all have our opening prayers. Samahan niyo po ako mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, final coaching day 8. Like, love, and share our video na po. Of course, tag your friends. Start a watch party. You can also show your support by sending us stars on Facebook. And super chat, super stickers naman po dyan sa ating YouTube channel. Okay? Assalamualaikum sa lahat ng ating mga Muslim brothers and sisters. No? Kasama si Ma'am Ashlima, Mamenteng, Aragasi. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. All right, amen, amen. Let us all start with question number 1. Ayan ha, basahin ko lang, sabi ni Sir Francisco Rosales, pag nakapasa ako sa LET, may chicharon ka sa akin, Coach Mek, from Bulacan. Asahan ko yan, Sir Francisco. All right, number 1, the Philippine Association for Teachers and Educators, or that should be PAFTE, no, proposed a new curriculum for teacher education to make the graduates globally competitive. What type of curriculum is this? Is this letter A, supported curriculum? Letter B, recommended curriculum? Letter C, assessed curriculum? Or letter D, hidden curriculum? What is our choice? Question number 1. Tumpak kaya kaagad for number 1 or ligwakers kaya kaagad? Ma'am Hilary Sant says, I missed your voice, Ma'am Mek. Salamat po sa inyo. At sa Gurong Pinoy, take 1 lang last March 2023. New curriculum, unit earner here. And sa aming major science coach, Sir Algin. Salamat talaga sa inyo. Almost sa ni-review ni Ma'am Mek at Sir Algin lumabas. Of course, congratulations. And thank you for your positive feedback, Ma'am Hilary Sant. Good evening po. Good evening. Okay, what is your choice? I see a lot of letter B's. Ma'am Javiera May Silot Credo says, pumasa na po ako noong March 2023 LET exam, ma'am. Thanks po sa Gurong Pinoy. Congratulations, ma'am. And of course, habol pa no, sa mga hindi pa members ng Team Skinner. You can see all the feedbacks and all the recommendations coming from our previous students. No? So, I think wala nang duda. Makakatulong po sa inyo yung Gurong Pinoy. And so, habol po kayo. If you will be taking the LET naman in March next year, we already have Team Pavlov. Okay, what is our choice? Number 1, I see a lot of letter B's, recommended curriculum, and that, of course, is tumpak, no? Recommended curriculum. Okay, let's take a look at our slide. Okay, our slide right here, of course, these are the different types of curriculum under your curriculum development. Ito po yung ating hinahanap kanina, no? Recommended curriculum is what scholars and organizations propose. Of course, we all know PAFTE to be a prime teacher education organization, a teacher educator organization in the Philippines. And so if they recommend something or if they set forth a new curriculum, and then we call this, no, we all know that we call this recommended curriculum, okay? Written curriculum, ito po yung nakastate in your school documents, no? So, tinatawag din po siyang overt curriculum or explicit kasi stated talaga siya. Nakalagay talaga siya, no? And so, yung kanya pong kabaliktaran or the opposite of your written curriculum is hidden curriculum kasi nga po, this is not stated in documents pero unintentionally ay nalilearn ng mga estudyante. Now, there is another term for this which is covert curriculum. Baka po sa inyong licensure exam for teachers, walang written curriculum, hanapin niyo po yung overt or explicit. Kapag ka walang hidden curriculum, hanapin niyo po yung covert curriculum. Okay? Parehas po yan. Now, we also have supported curriculum. Ito yung backed up ng inyong mga resources such as yung textbooks mo, yung technologies mo, all the materials that you are using inside the classroom. Assess curriculum, of course, from the term assess, ito po yung tinitest at ini-evaluate. Then we also have two other types of curriculum here na magkabaliktad din po, no? Taught curriculum is what the teachers actually teach in the classroom, while learned curriculum is what the students actually learn, okay? So usually, yung lumalabas po sa ating licensure exam for teachers to be recommended, hidden, ang assess po, lumalabas din po yan. No? So, importante pong alam na natin ito na like the back of our hands, no? Dapat po memoryado na natin. You don't really need to memorize. All you have to do is to understand. Recommended. Rekomendado ng ating mga organisasyon at mga scholar. Written curriculum, nakalagay sa ating school documents. Hidden, hindi nakalagay sa school documents, pero nalilearn ng mga bata. Taught curriculum, tinuturo ng mga teachers. Learned curriculum, kung ano yung nalilearn or nalalaman ng mga estudyante. Supported curriculum, suportado of course ng textbooks, materials that you are using inside your classroom. And assess curriculum, tinitest at ini-evaluate. Okay, so sana po ay klaro na lahat ng ating mga different types of curriculum. Okay, we go to number 2. Who pioneered in the study of language acquisition of children? Letter A, Chomsky. Letter B, Vygotsky. Letter C, Gardner. Or letter D, Goldman. Who is our choice? Okay, what is our choice for question number 2? Okay, number 2, I see A's. Letter A for number 2. Okay, again, paki-share po ng ating video, paki-share po ng ating video so that we can reach out to more kaguro. Okay, letter A for number 2. Ama ng alin? Meron ako nakitang comment. Ama ng mga English major, sabi ni Sir RJ Figueroa. Okay, number 2, letter A, who pioneered in the study of language acquisition of children. The correct choice, of course, would be Noam Chomsky. Okay, so tama po yan. Letter A, Chomsky, yung ating pong hinahanap na choice for number 2. Okay, so here is Noam Chomsky. No? So he followed an innatist theory. When you say innate, of course, it is natural. No? So sabi niya, the kids have this language acquisition device. It is a part of the brain that helps students or help kids learn language. No? So sabi niya, children have an innate knowledge of the basic grammatical structure that is the basis to all languages. Meron siyang tinatawag na universal grammar, no? Yung meron daw, lahat daw ng grammar or all types of languages have this basic grammatical structure, and there is this LAD, no? The certain part of the brain in the kids that would help them, no? Help them learn these different languages, no? So that would be the theory of Chomsky, no? So Noam Chomsky, the LAD or language acquisition device. Now, what about the rest of your choices here, no? What about Vygotsky, Gardner, Goldman? You'd all also see them in your licensure exam for teachers. Si Vygotsky, of course, we know him for ZPD and scaffolding. Pag sinabi mo pong scaffolding, this is any help that you extend to your students, no? Nakikita niyo po ito palagi sa inyong licensure exam for teachers, hindi po yan nawawala. When you say scaffold, it is any help, any aid that you give your student. Maaring may hint kang binibigay, may clue kang binibigay, pinag-drill mo siya, binigyan mo siya ng mnemonics, no? So any help that you extend to a student, that will be called a scaffold, no? So here, in our illustration, yung nasa blue natin, ito yung sinasabi ni Vygotsky that what student can learn on his or her own. Kahit walang tulong, malalaman to ng bata. Or kahit walang tulong, malilearn to ng bata. And this zone right here, which is called the ZPD or zone of proximal development. Now, ZPD is zone of proximal development. This is what the students can learn with scaffolds. This is what the students can learn with help coming from a mentor, from a teacher, or from someone who is more knowledgeable. Maaari din namang peer niya, pero mas magaling sa kanya, no? Or through the help of your technology and tools. But of course, outside of your ZPD, meron pa rin hindi abot or hindi kaya ng bata kasi nga hindi pasok sa kanyang readiness, no? Sa maaari masyadong technical pa para sa bata, hindi pa akma sa kanyang age. Okay? So again, Lev Vygotsky, scaffolding and zone of proximal development. Those things that a kid can learn with some scaffolds or with some help. Kapag walang help galing from other people or with the use of technology and tools, the child cannot learn that on his own or on her own. No? So yan po yung ZPD according to Lev Vygotsky. Of course, we know Gardner to be the father of multiple intelligences. No? So sabi ni Gardner, hindi lamang iisa ang klase ng intelligence. Because a long time ago, yung paniniwala ng tao, if someone can speak well, then that person is intelligent. No? Kung merong isang taong may stage fright or hindi masyadong matatas magsalita, hindi siya marunong, hindi siya matalino. No? Yan po yung dating paniniwala. But of course, through the studies and through the work of Howard Gardner, we all now know that there are different types of intelligences. So maaaring hindi ka linguistically intelligent, po pwede namang naturalist ka. No? So here, you can see on your screen the different types of intelligence. You have what you call, unahin natin, yung logical, mathematical. No? Ito yung pinaka-common. No? So this type of intelligence would help you in quantifying things, making hypotheses, and proving them. No? So those people who are very good with logic, those people who are good at math, no? So they are logical, mathematical, or logical, mathematically intelligent people. Linguistic, of course, those who can express themselves, those who have who are word smart, no? They are very good with words. Now, you also have intrapersonal, those who can understand themselves, those who like reflecting, no? Palaging nagre-reflect. Meron din namang interpersonal, those who are people smart, no? So, yung mga taong mas gusto nilang social sila, kumbaga, no? They can sense people's feelings and motives. Spatial intelligence, those people who can work with spaces, no? They can visualize the world in 3D. Naturalists, your plantito, plantita, your fur parents, no? They understand living things and reading nature. Musical, they can discern sounds, their pitch, tone, rhythm, and timbre. You also have, of course, your bodily kinesthetic. They can coordinate their mind and their body, no? So bodily movements. Your dancers, your athletes, no? Are those people who are bodily kinesthetically smart. And of course, meron pa siyang pang-siyam, no? Which is existential. So sa existential naman, these people tackle the questions of why we live and why we die, no? So papunta na sa philosophers, yung mga taong ito, no? Yung mga taong nag-ask, nag-wonder kung para saan ba ako, bakit ako nandito, no? Ano yung lugar ko sa mundo, ano yung goal ko, ano yung purpose ko sa mundo. Okay, so these are the different types of intelligences according to Howard Gardner. Ito naman po yung kay Goleman, no? So Goleman gave us emotional intelligence, and ayon kay Goleman, there are 4 different parts or different aspects of your emotional intelligence. So first one, you should have self-awareness. Okay? So dapat alam mo yung inyong emosyon, alam mo yung kilala mo yung sarili mo. Kumbaga, no? So you have self-confidence, you know yourself, you can assess yourself, no? And kasama din po dyan ang self-management. You can control your emotions, you can have initiative, you are optimistic, no? So that's self-management. So unang-una, self-awareness, kilala mo yung sarili mo, at self-management, you can manage manage yourself. Now, third, you have social awareness. Kumbaga, you are aware of what is happening around you and those people's feelings, no? Yung mga taong nasa paligid mo, aware ka sa kanilang nararamdaman. You can empathize, you can put yourself into their own shoes, you can organize your awareness, and of course, you are service-oriented, no? You can serve other people. Now, you also have relationship management. You can develop healthy relationships with other people, and of course you can lead, no? You can become a leader and you can manage different types of conflicts. Okay, so these four are different aspects of Goldman's emotional intelligence. Aware ka sa sarili mo, na ma-manage mo yung sarili mo, aware ka sa mga nararamdaman ng tao sa paligid mo, and na ma-manage mo yung mga relationship mo with the people around you, and that would pertain in total to emotional intelligence. Okay, but we were looking for Noam Chomsky for this item. All right? We go to the next item. Ayan, aware ako sa feeling ko pero siya di pa rin aware sa nararamdaman ko. Sabi ni Sir Win Talamayan, humuhugot. Number 3, all of the following are characteristics of a 21st century teacher except blank. Letter A, innovative. Letter B, lifelong learner. Letter C, incompetent. Or letter D, multiliterate. What is our choice? Okay, ano po yung inyong choice for number 3? I see a lot of letter C's. Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am May and Verial, nalinawan na talaga ako sobra sa scaffolding at multiple intelligences ni Gardner. Okay, that's good po, no? Bago tayo sumabak sa LET, dapat alam na natin yung mga iba't ibang konsepto na to. Okay, number 3, letter C. I see letter C's for question number 3. Tama kaya ang letter C, incompetent? We are looking for the exception. Okay, so sabi dito, characteristics of a 21st century teacher, except, alin dito ang hindi included sa mga characteristics dapat, sa mga traits, no, ng isang 21st century teacher. And so the correct choice here, of course, will be letter C. Incompetent, when you say incompetent, wala kang capabilities, no? Wala kang abilities, hindi ka marunong, kumbaga, no? Hindi ka skilled. That's the meaning of incompetent. And so that is the right choice here. Let's take a look at the different characteristics of your 21st century teacher. So ito po, lumalabas din ito sa LET, no? Multiliterate, dapat ang isang guro ay marunong gumamit ng different types of technology. Marunong ka mag-PowerPoint, marunong ka mag-Excel, for example, marunong ka mag-Word, no? Different types of technologies, marunong ka mag-set up ng, tawag dito, LCD projector, no? So dapat po, alam mo kung paano gamitin yung different types of technologies. That's being multiliterate, your letter D. Multi-specialist, hindi lamang ang subject matter mo ang alam mo. More or less, dapat meron ka ding alam sa ibang subject matter, no? Multi-specialist. Multi-skilled, you can facilitate and organize group activities. So that's being multi-skilled. Hindi lamang pagtuturo, kahit group activities kaya mong i-manage, kaya mo pong maging facilitator. Self-directed, you can initiate action towards a certain goal, no? Hindi kailangan meron pang nagre-remind sa'yo na, hoy, kailangan mo nang mag-review, malapit na yung LET, 18 days na lamang. Ikaw mismo, may drive ka at meron ka pong initiative to reach your goal. Excuse me po. Okay, lifelong learner, you believe that learning never ends. We all know that as teachers and licensed teachers to be, no? We know that learning is a lifelong process, no? From, sinasabi nila, from birth to death, no? So we all learn. Flexible, you are able to adapt to various types of learners. We all know our learners are all different, no? So meron kang learner na shy, merong maboka, no? Merong extrovert, merong introvert, meron kang mga Muslim na students, meron kang mga Kristiyanong students, meron pang students from different sects, no? So, or meron kang estudyante na Korean, Japanese, may mga Indians na no? Marami na ding Indians dito ngayon nag-aaral sa atin, okay? So, we should be able to adapt to various types of learners. Creative problem solver, no? You should have innovative ideas, no? So, kasama po yung letter A natin dito sa ating creative problem solver. You should know how to solve problems and you should be thinking outside of the box. Hindi lamang traditional, no, yung inyong thinking, pero if you need to innovate or if you need to do something to be resourceful, then you can be resourceful. Okay, critical thinker. You encourage your students to think deeper and to probe. Hindi lamang memorization, hindi lamang knowledge level yung binibigay mo sa inyong estudyante, but you encourage them to criticize, to evaluate, to judge, to debate if necessary. Passionate. You should have that fervor for teaching. No? You should have the grit, the passion. You should have that fire to teach the world. And of course, you should have high EQ. No? So yung sinasabi kanina ni Goldman. You should not only be able to teach and want to teach, but you should also have the heart to teach. Okay? So that's having high EQ. And so letter C po, ang ating hinahanap dito. Okay? So, letter C, incompetent, is tumpak for number 3. We go to number 4, which criterion should guide the teacher in the choice of instructional devices? Letter A, cost. Letter B, novelty. Letter C, appropriateness. Or letter D, attractiveness. No? Instructional devices. This means your instructional materials. All the things that you are going to use in instructing or in teaching your students. What should be your guide? Okay? Ano dapat yung kailangan mong i-consider so that you'd decide na, dapat gamitin ko to. Dapat gagamit ako ng specimen. Siguro magpapa-experiment ako. Or siguro pair work yung gagamitin ko sa kanila. Baka po pwedeng jigsaw, no? Yung maging strategy namin. Or po pwedeng may carousel kami, no? May different stations. Or magpapadebate ako sa classroom ko, no? So, what criterion should guide you in choosing your instructional device? I see letter C sa ating comment box, letter C, and that of course is tumpak. No? So unang-una dapat appropriate to your instructional objectives, appropriate to your lesson. Kahit na gaano pa po kaganda yung isang material, kung hindi siya akma sa inyong lesson, kung hindi siya akma sa inyong objective, hindi nyo po kailangang gamitin yung isang material na yan. No? So not really because of the cost, kahit na mura pa siya, kung hindi siya synonymous or hindi siya cohesive sa inyong objective, hindi po pwedeng gamitin. Not only because it is novel, no? When you say novel, that means it's something new, bago, no? Or not only because it is attractive, okay? So appropriate dapat sa inyong objectives. All right, so letter C for number 4, very good, very good. Ayan na. All right, number 5, if you apply the cognitive theories of learning, with which do you agree? No? Yung question mo is cognitive theories of learning. Is it letter A? Learning is an active process of organizing and integrating information. Letter B, learning is strengthening the connection between stimulus and response. Letter C, learning involves a mind that is totally blank. Or letter D, learning is automatically responding to a stimulus. Okay, which one do you think is the right choice? Gagaling na. Team Skinner, papasa, magtatap sa licensure exam for teachers. Excited na ako mamigay ng 300,000 pesos. Okay, excited na po kami. Meron na naman tayong panibagong top-notchers, I'm pretty sure. Ikaw na po ba yan? Ikaw na po ba? Manifest, manifest. Sana po, ikaw na nga po, no? Life-changing, of course, ang 300,000 pesos. Marami pong mapupuntahan yan. Po pwedeng magkaroon ng kukonti ng maliit na negosyo, di ba? Maaari yung iba po pwede na magpakasal or po pwede na mag-asawa kaagad. Meron ng lisensya, meron pang pangkasal. Okay? Ayon. Number 5, letter A. Parang ang yayabang ng taong bayan sa pagsagot, sabi ni Facebook user. Tama po. Manifesting, sabi ni Ma'am Faiza. Okay, number 5, letter A, cognitive theories. Now remember, cognition, cognitive, mental ability, mental processes. And so the right choice here would be letter A. Learning is an active process of organizing and integrating information, the use of information, the processes of the mind, that would be cognitive theories of learning. So tama po yung inyong letter A. Letter B and D mo po, parehas lang po yan, no? It's under behaviorism, your stimulus and responses. Under the behaviorist theory po yan. Ang letter C mo is learning involves a mind that is totally blank. This, of course, is under John Locke's tabula rasa. Okay? So, hindi po siya cognitive. Alright? So, letter A, ang ating pong tumpak na choice. We go to number 6. This educational program promotes equality among students belonging to a multicultural and interfaith classroom. Letter A, indigenous development. Letter B, sectoral solidification. Letter C, multicultural education. Or letter D, cultural immersion. What is our choice? Number 6, bibilis na niyong magsagot. Parang kailan lang wala tayong alam, no? Although meron naman sigurong alam, pero hindi pa ganun katatas, especially sa Prof Ed, di ba? Nung nagsimula, marami sa atin medyo takot sa Prof Ed. Medyo hirap sa Prof Ed, okay? But now, I think you can say that Prof Ed is already easier, di ba? Prof Ed is actually fun, easy to ace, no? And easy to master, no? Basta marunong ka lamang maghanap ng hints, naintindihan mo yung mga konsepto, kahit bali-baliin, pag-splitin ni Let, yung kanyang tanong, alam nyo po yung inyong magiging sagot. Okay? All right, letter C. Letter C. Okay, you have the hint here, no? Multicultural and interfaith classroom. That means your students come from different cultures, and of course, they also have different faiths, no? Different religion. And so the correct choice, of course, would be letter C. Multicultural education. Hindi lamang po indigenous, because if you are talking about indigenous development, then you are going back to the roots, di ba? You are going back to your minority groups, di ba? Sectoral solidification, when you say sectors, that means different parts, no? So, kung ikaw po ay nagsasabi ng sectoral solidification, that means kanya-kanyang grupo sila, kanya-kanyang sector sila, no? So hindi po yan yung ating hinahanap. Of course, letter D, cultural immersion naman, this is a program, no? Pupunta ka sa isang lugar, for example, to learn about their culture, and you immerse in their culture. You live with them. You interact with them, no? So hindi din siya yung ating hinahanap, although it is related to letter C. Okay, so letter C, ang ating pong tumpak na choice for question number 6. Number 7, which of the following is an integral part of the teaching process? Letter A, rubric. Letter B, lesson plan. Letter C, teachers and principal. Or letter D, classroom management. Okay, ito, medyo tricky ang ating question, di ba? Medyo tricky ang ating question. Na-trick kaya kayo or na-trick nyo kaya yung question? Natumbok nyo kaya ang ating tumpak na choice? Okay, what is our choice for question number 7? Okay, ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Angelica A. Alves, yung dating hindi lumalagpas sa 20 plus ang score mo sa Prof Ed, ngayon pasok na pasok sa banga. Sobra pa nga. We love you, Coach Meg. I love you too, of course, no? And it's all for you, di ba? So kami dito nag-e-split din. Every time that we receive a file, we try to check it, no? And we try to share it with you, especially sa mga classified files natin. Because of course, kailangan natin pagandaan, no? Abangan nyo po yung ating classified files discussion, classified file discussion natin. Mag-umpisa po siya by Friday with Coach Toto sa math. Then of course, we still have your final coaching 10 on Monday. Kasama pa rin po ako. Then after that, we are already going to have all classified files discussion. No? So, yung classified files discussion natin, merong Gen Ed, merong Prof Ed, makakasama natin of course si Coach Toto, si Coach June, and 100 items, all fast drills, dire-diretso fast drills. 100 items every session, no? So, maghanda, matulog, magpahinga, no? Ipapahinga ko din yung aking boses kasi 100 items na po yan, hindi lamang po 30 items. And of course, by next week, I would also be reopening all our major tests, no? Diagnostic, mid-review natin, yung ating pre-board, all are going to be reopened, no? So, lahat geared up na, ayan na, ayan na, ayan na, no? So, lahat na ng bala ilalabas natin para lahat ng bala ay inyo pong maibabaon sa pag-take ninyo ng inyong licensure exam for teachers. Okay? All right, what is your choice? What's your choice? Okay, I see different answers. Letter B, lesson plan. Meron ding letter D. Uh-huh. Okay, let's take a look at our discussion here. No? So as I've mentioned, this is a really tricky question. Sabi dito, which of the following is an integral part? When you say integral, napaka-importante, embedded, kailangan-kailangan sa inyong pagtuturo. And the correct choice here is letter D, classroom management, ang ating pong tumpak na choice. Not just rubric. Ang rubric, of course, this is an assessment tool, di ba? So, ginagamit mo siya sa pag-grade, especially ng mga performance tasks ng inyong estudyante. Lesson plan, of course, remember your lesson plan, nandiyan, no, naka-summarize kung ano yung gagawin mo, naka-outline kung anong gagawin mo inside the classroom, but remember your lesson plan should just be a blueprint. Kumbaga, guide mo lamang siya, hindi ka nakakahon sa inyong lesson plan. Kapag hindi po pwedeng gawin yung isang bagay, kunwari meron kang PowerPoint pero walang kuryente, po pwede mong waliin dapat, no? Po pwede ka dapat meron kang buffer, kumbaga meron kang secondary option, no? Meron kang plan, meron kang backup plan, no, sa inyong pong lesson plan. Teachers and principal, of course, we know that they are important in the teaching process, especially your teachers, since the teachers are the ones who are teaching, but here your tumpak na choice is classroom management. Bakit? Dahil po hindi ka makakapagturo na maayos kung wala kang classroom management. Siguro, no, marahil dito sa Pilipinas hindi gaano kalaki, no, ng epekto or ng impluwensya ng inyong classroom management, but in other parts of the world, especially sa Amerika, no, medyo rowdy yung klase mo, kailangan nila ng disiplina. Kung wala pong classroom management, hindi ka makakapagturo, no? Yung gagawin mo lamang ay magsasaway. Hindi ka na nakapagturo for the entire duration of your period. Okay? So classroom management ang ating pong hinahanap na choice dito. Okay? So hindi lamang lesson plan. This would come secondary. Minsan nga, wala ka pang lesson plan, di ba? Minsan, sa ibang schools, hindi na nire-require yung lesson plan. Some other teachers, especially more than 5 years of teaching, outline na lamang, no? Hindi na kumbaga napaka-detailed ng kanilang lesson plan. But classroom management po ang ating kailangan. Kasama na po dyan yung pagdidisiplina, yung inyong routines, how do you check the attendance, how would you pass the papers, how would you rearrange your classroom furniture, how would you group your students, how would you grade your students, no? How would you deliver your lessons. Lahat po yan ay kasama sa inyong classroom management. Okay, so basically how you manage your class. Okay, and so the correct choice here would be letter D. Letter D po ang ating tumpak na choice. We go to number 8. To awaken thought among learners, which kind of questioning helps the process of reflection? Letter A, open-ended question. Letter B, specific question. Letter C, directed question. Or letter D, concrete question. What is your choice? Number 8. Excuse me. Okay, what is our choice? Ayan, no, sabi ni Ta-Baby from YouTube, no? Opo, dito sa center na tinuturuan namin, di na po required ang lesson plan. Tinitingnan nila yung classroom management talaga. Okay? Kahit sa Amerika, alam niyo po, mastery of your subject content is just 1%. 99% is classroom management. Okay, so hindi ka sa mga nangangarap, no, sa ating mga kagurong nangangarap pumunta at magturo sa Amerika, hindi ka po pwedeng magturo doon kapag ka medyo mahina yung loob, no? Dapat buo ang loob mo, malakas ang loob mo, matapang ka. Kasi samot-saring klaseng estudyante yung kakaharapin mo, no? In my case, when I was there, no, yung students ko are 99% Black Americans. Ang lalaki, ang tatangkad, no? So kailangan matapang ka, hindi pwedeng magulat. Excuse me. Hindi ka po pwedeng masindak sa kanila. Okay, number 8, I see letter A's and of course, sabi ni Ma'am ni Sir Ustad, malaki po ba sweldo, ma'am? Malaki naman po, of course, no. It's in dollars, but of course yung gastos nyo po is also in dollars. Okay. Alright, and so the correct choice here is letter A, no? Tama po kayo, letter A po ang ating tumpak na choice. No? So open-ended questions, these are your divergent questions. So hindi lamang iisa yung magiging sagot ng inyong estudyante, kailangan nilang mag-reflect, kailangan nilang i-examine yung kanilang sarili, no? Hindi specific question, because when you say specific, directed, concrete question, pare-pares lamang po yan. So letter A, open-ended question po ang ating tumpak na choice. We go to number 9, constructivist teacher Karen asks her students to present ideas on what should characterize modern political heroes in today's millennial society. What kind of presentation does she expect from her students? Letter A, narrative. Letter B, schema. Letter C, advanced organizer. Or letter D, script. Okay. Ayon, sabi ni Sir Ernest Balot Ibanez, dito rin po sa Thailand, every month observation, laging point out yung classroom management. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Maria Claire Celestino. Sabi ni Ma'am Maria Claire Celestino, get well soon po, Coach. Okay, what is your choice? Sino po yung restricted? May nare-restrict ba sa comment section? Bakit merong mga nare-restrict? Okay. All right, I see letter A's and letter C's. Okay, so sabi dito, no, you have constructivist, teacher Karen. No? Ayan po. Ang inyong hint, unang-una, constructivist, teacher Karen. Okay? And she asked her students to present ideas on what should characterize modern political heroes in today's millennial society. What should be the characteristics of your heroes today, no? Okay, excuse me. What kind of presentation does she expect from her students? Since teacher Karen here is a constructivist, you already know when you say constructivism, you should allow your students to make their own meaning. You should allow your own students to see the different relationships between the terms, to make their own concept, no? To understand the concept. The correct choice here would be letter C, advanced organizer. So when you say advanced organizer here, basically, graphic organizer po siya. No? So kunwari, merong bilog sa gitna, tapos ilalagay mo modern political heroes. And then ilalagay mo no, sa mga stems niya, sa paligid niya, the different characteristics that you might want a modern political hero to have. No? So that's an advanced organizer. Malimit din, ginagamit yung advanced organizer natin to get the previous knowledge of our students, no, and to bridge the new lesson and the old lesson. Okay, so advanced organizer po ang ating hinahanap dito. Letter C ang ating pong tumpak na choice. Letter C ang ating tumpak na choice. Ayan, anong pinapakain ko kahapon? Sinagot ko schema. All right, narrative, of course, this is narration, no? So inanarrate niya kung ano yung feeling niya ay kailangang maging characteristics ng inyong political hero. No? But here we are looking for a kind of presentation. Okay? So advanced organizer yung ating hinahanap. Script and narrative are the same, di ba? So magsasalita yung inyong estudyante. And so we cannot choose either of the two. Ang inyong pong schema, of course, ito yung kumbaga filing cabinets natin inside our brains, no? From Piaget's cognitive development, merong schema yung mga bata, di ba? Yung may idea yung mga bata ng isang konsepto. Now, kasama po sa schema, ipasok ko lamang ang terms na assimilation and accommodation. Now, ang classic na example dito ng LEP, ang classic na tanong ng LEP, if you have a child, no, kung merong bata at meron siyang nakitang pusa, for example, pero tinawag ng bata yung pusa na aso, na doggy, kasi akala niya dog pa rin siya, kasi pasok siya sa schema ng bata ng isang aso kasi meron siyang 4 na paa, merong buntot, di ba? And so the child thinks that it is still a dog. What kind of concept is shown here? No? Ang inyo po magiging sagot dyan is assimilation. Assimilation, the same schema. Your hints would be the 2 S's. The same schema, assimilation. Now, once the child already starts calling the cat a cat, no? Tinawag na niyang, oy, pusa, kuting, miming. Hindi na niya tinatawag na aso or doggy yung pusa. That means there has already been a change in the schema of the child, and you'd call that process accommodation. No? So accommodation, change in the schema of the child. Okay, so assimilation, the same schema. Change in schema is accommodation. There is another term which is equilibration, no? Which is the balance between assimilation and accommodation. Under po yan kay Piaget, lumalabas din po yan sa inyong LEP. Okay? So sana po ay maalala and sana po ay klaro sa inyo ang differences between assimilation and accommodation under your schema. Alright? But we were looking for letter C for number 9. We go to question number 10. The statement that says we don't live in a vacuum means people are letter A, nature bred, letter B, biological organisms, letter C, social beings, or letter D, urban dwellers. Okay, what is our choice? Okay, what is your choice? Number 10, ICCs for question number 10. May ilang letter D. Okay, so sabi dito, we don't live in a vacuum, no? When you say vacuum, it is a confined space. Confined, nakasarado, di ba? Ang vacuum nga ay walang air, no? Walang presence of air. Okay, so we don't live in a vacuum. Ano bang ibig sabihin when you say we do not live in a vacuum? The correct choice, of course, here would be letter C. We are social beings. Now, no man is an island. No man can live alone, no? We all need someone, okay? We all need other people to thrive, to be successful in life. No, hindi po pwedeng ikaw lamang mag-isa forever, no? Kailangan mo ng ibang tao, all right? So, it might be your family, close friends, no? Your co-workers po pwede. Okay, so letter C, social beings po ang ating hinahanap na choice for number 10. Number 11, this principle was violated when Mrs. Chan talked badly about the new school principal, Dr. Yang, in front of her students by telling them that Dr. Yang is incompetent yet arrogant. Letter A, fidelity. Letter B, confidentiality. Letter C, loyalty. Or letter D, respect for authority. Okay, talk badly about the new school principal. What is your choice for question 11? Okay, 11, ano kaya ang ating tumpak na choice? Okay, what's your choice? Question 11, ICDs. Tama kaya ang letter D for number 11?